So Johnny Reagan not playing at Virginia, AJ Hutchinson's going down. How do you feel like your younger guys responded today with maybe some of those guys out right now?
You know, our kids have been doing a terrific job, you know, they all want to play and they're all working hard, and we'll continue to evaluate them and see what's the next move.
Are you nervous at all about depth going up against Nebraska?
No. You know, I mean, our what we do here is next man up, and we just got to continue to prepare the next man to be up.
Nebraska, obviously a strong running team. Fitting the run has been something that you guys have been talking about for a while. How do you feel like? Do you feel like this is going to be your first real challenge going up against a strong running team and seeing how your defense does?
You know, every game has been a challenge. I mean, every game is going to be a challenge. Everyone has great talent. Everyone has great schemes. Everyone has great coaches, and this will be the next big challenge. But every game has been a challenge.
After watching the film, what did you see from your defense as far as the run defense and why you guys maybe didn't do exactly what you wanted to against Virginia?
You know, looking at the film, we saw a lot of good things. I think that where we got to get better is there's individually there's 10 guys doing the right thing and one guy not doing the right thing. So we need to do a better job of communication, we need to do a better job with pad level and gap control.
How big of a deal was it to not have Johnny in that game?
You know, it's hard to say. I don't know how he would have performed. Hopefully he would have performed well, but it's hard to say. The reality is the next guy got to step up and play.
Who was that next guy behind AJ when he went down, had to get carted off the field? Who's the guy that's going to maybe see the biggest impact from that if he can't go this week?
This week?
Yeah.
I don't know. This week we're going to practice. Will be a lot of evaluation. There'll be a lot of moving around, and a lot of trying to find the right pieces. You know, it's not just you replace one person. It's what does that person bring besides the vocal communication. It's a lot of other intangibles. So
Troy,
you got to try to get the right group together.
Troy seems to be a guy that can do a lot of different things. Is he able to slide into the Mike spot? And
That I don't know. Let me say it a different way. In the nickel package, Troy plays Mike.
Right.
All those guys. Basically, all our kids have to play all three positions, and for us, is to get the best three, chemistry-wise, communication-wise, eyes-wise, and put those guys out there.
How do you think he played for his second week? I know everyone's been setting super high expectations for the kid, but
How do I think who played?
Troy did.
I think Troy played pretty well. Yeah, I think Troy played pretty well. I mean, we don't have expectations other than to get the group lined up, make whatever calls you have, make those calls, and then make the plays that come your way. Some games, more plays are going to come your way. Other games are not. But I thought he played pretty well.
Is he making any errors that are common that you would see a freshman make? I know he's playing at a pretty high level, but he's still a true freshman out there.
You know, I think all our kids, right now we need to tackle better, play with better leverage, and that's across the board.
You guys have gone up against Mike Riley just at Oregon State. Do you feel like it's a very similar style that he had at Oregon State that he's bringing to Nebraska, or do you see any big differences looking at some early Nebraska stuff?
You know, I think early looking at Nebraska, I think that there's kind of a blend of what Mike has done for years and he's very good at, and then I think they're opening it up because of the style of the quarterback, and now you're getting some of the quarterback plays as well. So I think they have a really good blend of both systems, and they're doing a nice job.
John, can you walk us through your linebacker depth? Do you see the opportunity for some of the younger kids to come in, or maybe from other positions to come in and play those spots where you're lacking an injury?
You know, I mean, right now we're still, every week we've been evaluating guys, and so all those same guys that have been on the depth chart are still all in the mix. It's just, as a coaching staff, getting them in the right spot, and so that'll play out this week. But we're excited. Thursday we'll have a group ready to go, and those kids will be ready to go.
When was the first time you met Mike Riley?
Oh gosh, I don't even remember. A long time ago.
Everyone seems to date back with him pretty far, obviously, because of his Oregon State connections.
Yeah.
I mean, do you see much of an evolution from when you guys first started playing him to the end of where he was at Oregon State?
That's hard. He's always. I think they've always been a similar offense. The thing that they started to develop over the years was, I think the jet sweep is one of the things they added to the system. But I think they've been pretty consistent as a kind of a pro-style offensive attack. They've always had great quarterbacks and receivers, and Mike's going to have those.
You guys talk about finishing around here all the time, and maybe you guys haven't done the best job the last two games in the second half on defense. What have you told your guys to be able to maybe finish better against Nebraska?
You know, haven't talked to our guys about Nebraska yet. The first briefing is tonight. The thing we have to do moving forward, whoever the opponent is, we've got to do a better job finishing that practice, and it has to translate into the games.
Devin said you guys.
Go ahead.
Devin said you guys played better on bigger stages, in bigger stadiums. That's what Devin just said. Do you feel that way?
I'm not. Who's Devin?
Devin Allen?
He's an offensive guy.
I know. Okay.
I want to play great. Every game has to be better. That's how this league, that's how football works. And so, regardless of the stage, we have to continue to play better.
Don, have you coached in Nebraska before?
I was a GA a long time ago. That was maybe before you were probably born.
Who were you with? Remember?
I was with Coach Brooks.
Okay.
Yeah, I was like back in 85, 86. That was before you, probably you, definitely you, before all y'all was alive. So, a long time ago.
Do you have memories of coaching back then?
That was my first year at the GA.
Sorry if you've been asked, but how much what Hager going to do on offense is similar, considering they had Kavanaugh back as offensive line coach, Langsdorff as OC. When he looked at Nebraska tape early, are there things that just kind of strike as familiar from Oregon State?
I think the base system is similar to what they've done with Oregon State. And then I think they've added an element of a quarterback run system, which is a little different than what they've done in the past. So they've got a lot of different systems, and they put a lot of shifting and changing motions to confuse your eyes, and they've got some really good players.
Let's go back to Preston's question about finishing. Is that something you can even teach in practice, where guys just finally, is there a breakthrough moment where they just have to do it in the game, where they kind of really understand what it's like to finish off an opponent?
Yeah, I think everything for us starts with training, because you're going to sink back to the level of the training. So what we need to do is do a tremendous job of finishing during our training, so we get into those competitive situations and sink back to that level.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you.